meeting to order. Go ahead and do a roll call. My name is Michelle Carwell. Second. Donna Summer, Farm Credit Services. Rhonda Johnson, the Clay County Museum. Allison Cousin, Rainbow Energy Center. Stacy Burgess for Community Bank.
Richard Perkrovich, Washburn Life.
Mark Wellen, myself.
You have one? And Alvin. Welcome, ladies. You guys want to start the table? Yeah, okay. Let's sit down here. Let's sit down. All right, we have this in the April 9th meeting.
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Second.
One approve. Is there a second for discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right. Treasurer report?
Financial statement is on the table here. It was over there too. First page is the balance sheet with our account balances. Our checking savings, and then the balances on the loans, they're all paying as planned on time. And then the second page is the checks and expenses since last meeting. Keep the Washburn ad, door prize, Washburn bucks. We bought with the donation that we got from one of our members. And then we gave money to the youth sports program for donation. Mark a check for the meal for the last meeting. Rhonda's cell phone reimbursement and the Leader News rent. Those are an automatic transfer. That's why it says expenses for check. Buy down with the loans that we have with the Bank of North Dakota, or that members have with the community members have with the Bank of North Dakota, that we do a monthly interest buy down. And then another ad to the Face of Washburn. And then there were some old Washburn bucks that the credit union kind of considered stale, so they kind of cleared them out. And then the next page is the income and expenses, since last meeting and then year to date. And that should correspond to expenses with what I just went over. Income, we got some interest on accounts, and then the loan pool, loans, sales and use fund, and then some dues is the income. And the next page is a comparison of income expenses to what we had budgeted. And, most things are pretty close to within budget. A couple of them are outside of budget that they've been approved. The contractors, I think that's where I put Rhonda's cell phone, so we know that's going to be a little higher, but that was approved at the meeting. And the last page is our members, who now we have 39 members.
I'll make a motion to approve the financial report.
Okay.
First, Allison second. Discussion on the table. All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, we have old business. Citywide lemon sale. Okay. We have 20 rummage sales this weekend, so they run from Friday through Sunday. Here's the ad that will be in the Leader News. It will not be in the Express because I didn't get it in on time.
Because if we would've went by the week had, we'd only have 5 room sales, because people were trading their seats.
How much did that cost?
$300. I think.
Will we have, bills or posters to put out someplace?
They're at 2 community banks and the hardware store, good size. So I had the leaders make 20 copies for me. And then I have some of the, since it's not in the extra, I stuck them in like some of the business windows so that people can snap it, but then I have the smaller versions at the library, and I thought about putting that in Dakota West up there if they're okay with it. Make more copies.
Sometimes Crowley's has stuff like that, like right at the end of their shows, like pamphlets or whatever you can kind of grab. Maybe you would be willing to take some too for you.
Okay.
Good.
Anybody want to come over to that?
Yes. I could print them up and then put them around. I just want one.
Yeah, I thought I could get my printer with it.
Yeah, if you ever need that stuff, you can just come in and I can let you some.
Okay.
Okay, moving on to committee updates, truck. That seems to be moving along. I did not bring in my notes, but I think everybody here at this table has a truck in the event. Ambulance and fire truck have not been confirmed.
Okay, I'll make sure that happens to both.
Okay, those are the only 2 that I have not confirmed yet. Other than that, I feel good about it. I can send out the list. I need to go with Allison about putting on an advertisement. Other than that, my life is going good. What time does that event start again? Right after the parade? Yeah. They have it right after the parade.
Where is it going to be?
12 or 2.
Here?
Down here. It's going to be in this lot, probably like right behind the memorial building. Maybe or here. I don't know where I'm at.
In this area.
Yeah, this area.
In the
Yeah.
corner.
That'll be
So in the lot or on the?
Yeah. Well, it's probably gonna overflow, to be honest with you. Yeah, the size of the truck. So, I bought a bunch of bubble gums, so I'll probably hand them out for whoever else is going down the parade. Kids it out. So whatever you guys have, make it fun and interesting for the kids. Yeah.
What time do you want me down here with you?
Whatever time, so I just told the guys from 10:30 to noon, like I'll be available, because I don't know how big everybody's trucks are gonna be. Like I know some of them gonna be in the parade. Some of them, I mean, if they wanna be, I know that some of my guys, might just wanna watch.
Sure.
It depends, whether my belly dump guy is gonna come through or my side dump guy, or if they wanna go through the parade, or if they just wanna park it. I'm just leaving that up to them.
Okay.
But, it depends, like I know your guys are gonna go through the parade, so it depends, whatever they're comfortable with, It just depends, you got RDO issued equipment, they gotta back up and park, so.
So just walk down here after the parade?
Yeah.
You know who's in charge of the parade?
Richard. Matt Richard.
Matthew.
Yeah,
Okay.
he's in charge. And then, Chuck too. So it's like him and us.
Okay.
Yeah.
But there isn't even a sign up for the parade this year. You just show up and they place you.
Oh,
Well, and they're not meeting up at Senate, or are they?
No, it's on 4th Avenue.
I know they said the route was different.
Yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah. I can have them reach out again for clarity if you guys need it.
I'm supposed to be meeting on 4th Avenue, and then the parade will start on 3rd and Main, comes down, and then it goes all the way to 13th Street, so it's the big trail.
They're going up,
Down or up?
They're going up, so we have, I call it home, with Northwest Hills, that big steep one, that 3rd. So before you'll come down, and they'll come out right at Matt's house. and then you do Main Street, and then you go all the way down to 13th Street, and then it's kind of a steep hill too, and there's some people with, parade things, they said they're just going to 9th and they're gonna come back around because they're not going to, with their kids being in the trailer and that, they're not going. There's a map over there if you want.
And like some of these bigger trucks going up that?
Yeah, because once that they got my kid in a pontoon, I start going to go up, I don't even, slide across the street or.
Yeah. The same that goes downhill. So if they went downhill before, they'll go uphill the same. It's just that the little older ones might get tired on the way up, but
Walking.
Walking and that, because it's
older vehicles,
older vehicles, and like those.
like the Model Ts, they might get tuning down to that.
Well, I'm not doing the bridge, so, we'll revisit with him.
Are they gonna make sure no people are parking in that lot for the parade? Cause it might get full of people parking to stand on the street to watch the parade. And then
I'll have to revisit with, Matt on,
we might wanna block off the entrances or something,
And then talk to see if the city can just block off, because
So Texas Trust, you were part of this street, like from the Berg or whatever it's called now, south, that's where part of it's gonna be?
Yeah, well,
Okay.
and like the memorial,
all parking lot.
it's kind of like what I think we were hoping for, that whole area. We don't want to block off any kind of, street entrance in and out, ambulance or whatever needing to come in.
the Riverboat Days Committee doing their, anything out in the street or the parking lot, like their corn, I think you digging the corn, things like that, like, just, I know they have something going on in Falls, but I didn't know if they have kind of games out there, like.
We said by the D&D Iceberg, this way. Well, when you're gonna have like 20 big huge trucks, like that's what it's gonna be. Like it's gonna be filled with like big huge trucks. So I mean like So I'll go back through and revisit. I'm glad we had the meeting of mind.
That lot would be good, but
yeah, well, it's
everybody
gonna
can be
overflow.
parking there to get into the hall and to watch the parade.
It's gonna overflow. Well, and I think normally too, everybody's always parked up.
No, a lot of people really want to park
No,
in
this
that
all
lot.
fills up big time full all the way down.
The hydrant actually will fill up too.
It fills up
Right out there, my house.
down to the dip.
Parking in our yard.
Okay,
blocked
well,
off.
Cars are parked in the dip.
It's not a big deal to get it all blocked off, We can get ahead of it. I mean, we can even go out there later too and be like, this is what we should do,
So we need to get together with the city so that we
Yeah.
can have it blocked off, right?
Yeah. You guys wanna walk out there later and be like, hey, this is where we should have it?
And then it might even help us, the law enforcement, just to get somebody controlling traffic during that hectic time.
Yeah, reroute them.
Well, they can, stop
Correct.
traffic and let people go through,
Yeah.
walkers and
They actually have no parking on the parade route. Because if you get, let's just say RDO coming with something big, and if you got people parked on, their vehicles on both sides of that into town, they can't get through.
and
Right.
blocking people's
Or making their
driveways.
turns and stuff.
Okay.
The Riverboat Days committee should be.
I'll circle back
That's where
down.
So is the parade,
road work,
is the parade in the hands of the Riverboat Days Committee?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're just.
They've done it before,
We'll just
so.
check the truck. Yeah, so I'll circle back down. We can work together.
Sure.
We'll show how we work together, Okay. Anything with the bylaws / policies?
Well, I sent an email out to the people that were at the meeting, and we need to maybe meet again, but, we came up with, I guess, one thing, and, I guess we need to maybe tweak the wording, but, As far as the bylaw or policy, we kind of figured that, one question was, who is the person that should be talking to the media and to the city and things like that? And we figured maybe the president should be the person that's designated. And we thought about having, not in the bylaws, but in our working policy, having something regarding that. So we'll come up with some wording for that. And the way the policy is that if we make any changes to it, we need a quorum of the executive committee. So we'll come up with some wording and get that approved, and then we'll let everybody know. And then as far as membership, we were talking about different, maybe revamping our membership levels, things like that. That can maybe wait till in the fall when we're looking at sending out our new member letter. But we talked about maybe doing some, and I guess one thing I forgot to put in there was we talked about maybe doing a picnic this summer for members. And then maybe an annual meeting, and whether we do quarterly meetings, social type things, just kind of some of those things so our members know that they're appreciated and get more out of it and have more communication and stuff. So yeah, that picnic, I forgot about that until now when we were talking, but we had talked about maybe putting something together there too.
So how do I get the 5 hours a week that I need? I need at least 5 hours a week. If we pay someone to come in, I need an hour a week with somebody where I can bounce ideas off of what we have going on, because I want to be able to give members ideas of, for example, I was talking to Christy and I told her about how you need to have your business on Google. You need to be able to look up Washburn, you need to be able to have focused physical therapy in Washburn. It can't just go back to business, right? You need to be able to find on the map, how to get reviews, how to ask the customers for reviews, how to show up, how to, all these little tips and tricks that you can get your secretary to do. Not necessarily something that you have to do. Giving them, little insights that they think is so overwhelming, but it's really not. I'd like to push ideas towards them, as I go and grow my own self, that I'd like to give towards them, but I don't have the time to do this myself. I'd like to be able to sit with somebody, bounce ideas off of somebody for like a good hour, maybe even less. And within that hour, we could come up with something to set up for 2 weeks. In Facebook, in social media, you can set up an agenda that puts out a month's worth of stuff. And I don't know if it's going to take an hour or 30 minutes within a week to do that, but, if it takes that hour to shoot out a week's worth of content or 2 weeks worth of content for them, I won't know until we get there, but I need a good hour, 30 minutes to an hour with somebody, and it's going to take at least 4 hours during that week for them to look at the website to update it, and then the other 3 hours is going to be for updating members, touching base with all of us within our little subcommittees. Hey guys, what are you doing? What do you guys got going on? Touching base with members, calling them up, saying, hey, did you see this? Do you have this going on? Like, I just need that constant connection, because I get lost in what we're doing. And if I don't have somebody constantly communicating with me, I'm gone until we're back here again. Or maybe briefly throughout the week I'll think of you guys, or I'll think of this, but it's in the middle of the night, or, it's on the fly, and it's not giving full attention, and it's really brief, and I feel alone. And I feel like, we brought up that thing about the sign. And that's the point where I'm like, have all these ideas, and I'm just pulling the trigger and doing it by myself. And I don't want to feel that way. That sign idea that I had, Minot is now doing it, and I had that from last year. But it's like, I just don't feel comfortable having this idea of like directing people on where to go with me in town and saying, okay, this is where the signs should go, all by myself. Like, I want somebody to be with me to say, yeah, okay, let's put the sign there. the signs cost money, this is something that's gonna be there for a while, like, I don't want that all in on my shoulders, but if nobody else is gonna help me, I'm just gonna be like, okay, let's just, whatever, I'm just gonna pick it.
Who was on the committee to do that with you? I thought,
But no, well, I mean, like, so it's Mark and Rachel, but this view of mine has been brought to this whole committee several times.
but then it
So-
was,
So when, I just sent it before, when we were talking earlier, between 11:30 and noon, I had a thought about something that the ambulance could do in the future, so I sent a text to a bunch of people with an idea. I also had a vision for something with New Miller's auction, and I sent him a text also. So what's wrong with sending a text out when you get this brain idea about something to people who might do something with it?
We're on a committee, we are for
So,
economic
Send
development.
send your committee a text.
How
Hey,
much more do I write it up? Do I draw a picture? Do I get the information? Do I get the city involved? How much more do I have to bring it to the table? Do I simply say, get in your cars and come with me? That is to the point where we're at. Literally,
So,
I have drawn it. Like, how much more do I have to do? Where I'm at is I'm like, I'm just gonna pick it. That's where I'm at. I'm just gonna pick it. I just wanted help. That was it. Do you understand where I'm at? So that's why I need help. I need help. I can only do so much. So when it comes to the little things, like reminding me that I have a touch duty or a bylaw duty or membership, or like, hey, can we shoot this out to the members, or hey, do you want to talk about the members and let's talk about how we can help them. Like, I need that help. I need it. And so I don't know how we pay for, the help. I don't know how to ask for help. So what solutions do we have here, guys? Do we have any?
I'll step up and work with you. But there's some things, like putting things on the internet and stuff, I'm not all that savvy, but doing legwork, visiting with businesses and stuff, getting the word spread out. You have to know.
so I could meet, I can't commit to meeting weekly, but I could a couple weeks here till we can figure out what time we're gonna need. You know what I mean? I can't just say, yeah, I can meet 1 hour every week, because I need approval for it, but I can meet, and so we can see where we're at and what we think we're gonna need. For that, I can also help. If we pick a time and try to stick with it, it's easier for me, but.
Try to get our communication more streamlined.
I mean, if we can just pay somebody.
I'm sorry, you guys, but we're paying you already, so I think you two need to get together and,
that's my opinion.
if you have personality conflicts or whatever, you need to work together to start, we're paying Rhonda to do some of this stuff, so.
What is the problem? What is the problem? So we can work on it. What is the problem?
I don't know, you say you can't get a hold of anybody to do anything, and yet you don't talk to Rhonda to give us information, so I'm confused.
I don't know what the problem is.
Because we don't have the problem, you have your other job, I have my other job, so that is not, when you have open, I don't have open. You can, send the emails, the text, I try to reply back as soon as I get them.
But maybe try to have like a
Set
set
time,
hour a week or something, a couple hours, just to start, and then.
Well, I feel like if we're paying $75 for your phone bill, and you're able to be next to my office, then I will dedicate a time, if you can give me a time where we're able to meet for an hour and say, okay, this is what we're gonna give to the members, and you can shoot out hey guys, this is what we have for you, instead of it coming from me, because that's what it's about to be. This is all about to be underneath me, and I don't want it to be. I'd like it to be about this committee and not about me. Because this is not the Rochelle show.
And it's not the duties of the presidency to do all that.
Yeah, and I feel like I'm breaking a little bit, guys. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm breaking a little bit today at this.
Do we just have too much on the table? Do we need to scale back?
No, it's just not getting done. Nobody is doing anything. That's the problem. Like, stuff is just not getting done.
The website was perfectly okay beforehand.
I'm not talking about the website.
But that's the thing you want for an hour for that.
No, I want to talk about a simple email being pushed out. I want to talk about meeting. I want to talk about, like, we can't even meet. I just want to meet. I want to meet for an hour, and I want to say, hey, what can we distribute to the members this week? What tools can we give them this week that can amplify their business? That's what I want to talk about. What can we add to the website this week? What member can we highlight this week on the website? What do we need to change on the website this week? Those types of things.
So how about if we just set up a meeting?
And
I'm gonna be there.
Because the website.
And then we will talk about all of it and,
That would be great.
yeah,
We can
and then we can.
get a routine going.
Yeah, and then I might not be there at all of them, but we can get something going.
When can we start? When are you available?
Do you want it this week yet, or, I'm gonna be honest, this week, like with school ending, I'm swamped with tours every
Monday
day,
is
but
my only day.
Monday would work for me.
Does that work for you, Rhonda? The 20th?
At what time?
Between 9 and 10 on busy.
Me too. And then how about after lunch? Does that work for you, right?
I'm good after lunch.
At 1? Yeah? Is that decent?
Thank you.
Yes, we're good.
Would you want, I'll help you, or somebody else, talk about those signs if you want to use and.
Yes. And then we can check that off.
Yeah.
Are we up for you?
We can meet at my office.
At the same time? The
No.
signs are gonna be on the 20th also?
No.
We're
It's just,
setting up this meeting still. For that.
Computer
Okay, 1 o'clock for South Office.
advertising. Membership. Good, then I'll feel better. I just want to let them down. There's so much information to support them with.
You want to email you and we can.
What are we good for? I have the human trafficking summit next week, and then I'm going camping. But I can meet later on that afternoon on the 20th if you are available.
I think I am.
What do you want to
Well,
do?
how long do you think you want to come up? I work till 4:30. You want to come up at 4:30?
Okay.
Then you can jump in your vehicle and we can drive and.
Yeah, perfect.
Figure out some corners downtown that maybe we could do.
Yes,
At least start with 5 or 10 signs or something.
would love that. And I'll print out the ones that we already have with the city, and then we can go from there.
So you'll come up to my office on Monday.
Yes.
At 4:30.
Yeah. Thanks, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that. Good. Sounds like we're getting places. Okay. So we have new business on the table. Library summer reading program.
I almost wanted to introduce myself because I actually finally know everyone here for once, even Janelle over there. If you don't mind, I'm trying to get this out of the way. pass those around, there should be one for everybody.
Third year, huh?
Third year, yeah. The first year I just kind of bumbled around, I didn't know what I was talking about or saying or doing. Last year went better, and this year I hope, we're gonna start off with some boring numbers, but then I've got some really kind of exciting information to show you guys today. I just wanna kind of show you where some of the money that you guys are donating is going for and what it's helping you do. So starting off with these numbers, I went back to 2017, but this paper is only so big. So you'll be able to see the numbers. The first one is actual visits to the library. That's for the entire year. Like, people walking in that front door to the library. The next number is going to be children's material. That's children's books only out of all of our circulation numbers. I just wanted you to take a look at these numbers and see how the last 2 years, not only have our visits to the library surpassed at least just before 2017, like I said, that's as far back as I went. But last year, our children's circulation has more than doubled any year in the previous 5 years before the 2 summer reading programs. So, I think these numbers just kind of prove and validate the summer reading program and the other programs we put on throughout the year. So then, I mean, you can just kind of look at this. The summer reading program the last 2 years, we've made cooler each year by adding the college stage program. We partner with the Bank of North Dakota. And then the prizes also just kind of, I wait to see how many kids actually sign up, how many finish, and then I decide on like the grand prizes. So those are just some of the numbers.
That's insane, Henry. Oh my gosh. Wow.
It's like my favorite thing every year is going through the numbers and making sure we did something
Children's
cool.
materials, 5,000 children's material circulation.
Yeah, and I don't have it here with me what our total is for the year, but that more than doubled. 2019 was 2,100, so.
Oh my god.
So even before COVID.
Yep, even before COVID. So that's super exciting. The next page you guys have is going to be a list of the program events for the summer. So these are all the events. They'll be on Mondays at 1 o'clock. We'll use the schoolhouse, and then one day we'll be on Main Avenue. But so at each of these events, we also like to let the kids do like a small craft or something they can take with them. So some of the money we raise for the summer reading program stuff is just for like little arts and crafty type things, like tie-dyed seashells. So you guys can each have one of these. We hand the honey sticks out on the Beekeeper Day. Turns out the kids really love these for some reason. I don't know. A couple other little crafts, like on the day that the beekeepers come, they'll all be able to paint their own little pot. I couldn't find the one I made last year. I must be giving it away. Plant a flower and take that home with them. Jurassic Park kind of had me going for the Dinosaur Museum Day, so everyone will be able to make like their own little fossil cast to take with them. 1 week we'll make these little like mosquitoes and amber. Again, this stuff is kind of, it's just something really small that they can take with them when they leave. The dinosaurs, they were thinking about setting up like a bucket of sand where they each can find their own dinosaur eggs. And these are actually super cute. There's that tiny dinosaurs in them. And that would also be something they could just take and keep with them. The last couple of years, we've made these t-shirt book bags. So, right, this one actually doesn't cost us money because the resource center doesn't t-shirts to us. But it's just some of the ideas of something they can take with them. And then also when they sign up for the summer reading program, we give them each a bag, and that's going to have, I'm sorry, I don't have one of these, I haven't gotten the rest of my materials yet. But it's going to have all of the paperwork with everything for the summer reading program. The event list, there's a weekly reading watch for every 2 hours for little kids, especially elementary age. It's printed in for a weekly prize and then a grand prize split. Teenagers and self-readers, we have a book bingo. So it's just a blackout date when they have to go into the program to fill this in. Yes, we are registered for college save. Like I said, the Bank of North Dakota, anyone who doesn't have, like, a little college fund set up will get $25 from them. Anyone who has an existing one from the past will get an extra 10. And then they draw 10, do you know, is it statewide maybe? They draw 10, $529 scholarships to add to that too. So one of our participants could benefit from that.
What age is that for?
I think it's just for anyone all the way up to 18 that I signed up for the program, but I don't know. That's a good question. I've never thought about that. Last year, all the kids that were there signed up and they sent me their certificates for all of them. I didn't really think about that. I don't have very many teenagers, you guys, that come to the reading program either. It's hard to get teenagers to come do anything with us. And then this year, since we're part of the McLean Mercer Regional Library, one of the girls had an idea instead of like a pub crawl to do a library crawl between our libraries. So I don't think I printed those out for you guys. I just kind of wanted to show you. So there'd be an opportunity to travel to all of those membership libraries, and then NMRL will give a grand prize at the end, but we'll give a small prize to the family members that stop in at our libraries.
What an awesome way to connect with community.
I thought it was a really cool idea.
I love that.
Yeah.
When is that?
That's just during the summer reading program.
That's
yep.
awesome.
I'm still kind of finishing putting some of it together, so I just kind of got you guys something to just show you for today. These days also have a bookmark, a tattoo, a pencil, stickers.
Gotta have a tattoo.
And usually some type of coloring page or activity booklet. I just haven't got those yet. And then now for the fun stuff. So this is where you guys' money especially comes in helpful, so that we can offer this. To be honest with you, my budget for all programs for the entire year could easily get absorbed by my summer reading program alone. My entire budget for programming for the year is $500. So the money you guys have donated to me 2 years ago, you donated $300, and last year was $400. That helps me to be able to give out these bags, to be able to have a little task for everybody to do. And best of all, these weekly prizes. I just wanted you guys to see some of the prizes that we are going to have, and I buy these in bulk, so that I have enough for roughly between 200 and 300 kids. Like, here's some of the prizes if you guys want to look at these little fidget bracelets now. I don't know if you guys just want to have some of this stuff around and look at it.
I'll sit and play with it.
I know, I didn't bring one for everybody, I like I got to show. And then I've got like smaller prizes that we can hand out for the MMIL, like these little, kids love these weird flappy hands and tiny little slimes. Just something to hand that's small to hand out for them. So that's kind of my presentation, and I know, right? Like, they have really cool stuff.
You know what the date was when we made the last donation?
I don't know the exact date, but it would be roughly a year ago. It's usually right before the summer reading program the last 2 years that I came and asked you guys for the donation. So I would think this may probably sometime in June.
Wow.
So yes, I guess what I would personally ask for is the same roughly $300 to $400 that you've donated the last 2 years, so that we can keep doing these events and making them way cooler than just showing up and us reading them a story and then off we go.
You're taking it like to an amazing height. I mean, and now connecting with other communities. I mean, it's gone beyond the first year you coming in here and not even knowing like what to ask for.
No, I didn't even know what I was talking about. This is the last fact. Also, like the same day that we paint the pot, we got a bunch of other rocks. I think you've all seen the rock paint that Rhonda put out in front of the next museum last year. So yeah,
to the rock.
It's just in buckets inside where you can drop it out.
Come and put 400 rocks on it.
So yeah, like these are some of the rocks that we could decorate, and we do that at the summer reading program. We give them the supplies, and then they have the rest of the summer and fall to make them at home on their own and come add them. But just say to flip it over. And then it's SpongeBob laughing at me. So yeah, this is just some of where you guys' donation is going to and what all you're helping allow them to do.
Is it like every day, or what does it look like when you do like the summer is it like 9 days?
Oh, okay. The event. The one you're on. The events are actually planned out. So they are on Monday afternoons at 1.
Okay.
We make it pretty simple though because it's summer.
Mm-hmm.
So people are allowed to turn in their weekly reading logs whenever it's convenient.
Okay.
You don't have to turn it in that week. You can bring me all 6 at the end of the program if you want. You can bring me them after you get back from vacation. We want to keep it simple and we want people to show up. And then with the NMRL travel thing this year, I also want people to know not everyone reads books. The library is not just for book readers, it is for the entire public community. So that's why I added this little yellow note on the bottom that says you do not need to participate in the reading program to join us for the event. Maybe you have a kid that's so into dinosaurs, you're like, he has got to be there that day. If you have a kid that wants to help save the bees and they want to be there that day, you know? We want to make it simple. It's everybody's summer.
That's cute, because one of the kids I don't even think about that.
Maybe it was just me, I don't know.
I was gonna ask, are we your only sponsor for this?
No, I send out a donation letter
okay.
To local businesses and stuff.
Okay. Do you like put up a sign on who the sponsors are for it? So
I've not really ever done that. Honestly, in the past, you guys have been my main sponsor, and now I think I have your Washburn Life list of all of the businesses that I can send donation letters out to you. I also thought it told me I have to remember to send them a yearly form instead of just expecting her to give me the So I don't know. I learn a little more every year. So yeah, and I have other projects too. So I think that the donations will help through a lot of that stuff. But you guys mainly are summer reading program help. So
I was just wondering if we could get a plug or something that it's sponsored by.
Absolutely. And I know Beulah does that, and a couple of the other ladies in the McLean Merchant group do that too, so that would be totally something that I could do.
Yeah, and if we could do a photo op again with our big stuff.
Yeah, that was so fun. I always wanted to hold one of those.
I'd like to make a motion that we donate $500 to the library.
I'll second that.
Discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Where's County?
Thank you guys. I get so nervous, but then I have to remind myself it's for the library. I'm not asking somebody for myself.
No.
But yes, you guys, thank you so much. Like seriously.
And you're doing such a great job. It's getting better every year, so you're reaching your goals, I think.
And then we also are doing a touch event, so maybe you guys can let me know how you figured out how to line people up, or which emergency vehicles should be on the end. But otherwise, I think I'm locked and loaded for my event too. Yes, I was kind of waiting until we get a little closer to River Caves being over before everybody's like, we're so confused. Which event are we doing and what?
That sounds perfect.
Yeah. Well, thank you guys very much. Thank you for your time. And I better get back to work after. Okay.
You want to use pointers back?
I'll run to make those.
Oh, okay.
Take back together.
Okay.
No, this Friday.
WSC also has an employee feedback program.
Okay.
We usually start advertising that like early fall and we get all types of
And then we have a schedule back for the library that was and I don't have the
When are you doing focus?
Wednesday,
Okay,
but I'll let it go.
Because I have it set. Rhonda has it set. So we'll need it set if we're gonna go.
Yeah, see, this today was my appointment, so that was good.
So I know that.
Yeah, okay. Okay.
There's one, is it gonna be?
Are we gonna put the total amount of the buy down on?
Yeah.
That's what they
Is
need.
okay with that? And, okay.
That's all.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I guess it's kind of hard to help with records.
I think it needs to be one, well,
Yeah, and I think
if
Rhonda's
there's
gonna
somebody
talk
who's
to
diabetic,
Deb,
their blood sugar would get really
do
low.
it or not.
I can talk to
I was pretty good at squirting the old honey bottle.
Yeah.
That one was out.
Okay. Yeah.
There's like just 5 total out, yeah.
All right, good. I'm super proud of her. So we also have signature cards, bank accounts. Let's watch and load this one. Get this over with. I had a phone call from the bank.
Credit union.
Yeah, the credit union. Give me a call back. I thought we had this on record. Did we not?
We had it on record that you would be on the account, but we don't have record that we're taking the old, board members off. So we need a motion in the minutes that's saying that we will remove all old board members from the signature cards and just have the current ones. So you and, yeah,
Okay.
I'll make a motion to keep the old members off the accounts and add Rochelle and Donna.
Okay.
Discussion? All in favor?
I,
All right, open floor, Washburn Forestry Board, May 18th, please.
Oh. Who is the Washburn Forestry Board? I didn't know we had one.
Kim
No.
and Bev?
Sounds like it's a flower shop?
Yep.
Okay.
I think there's
Carla
like,
Klein, Cody Meadows, there's a seat opening, cause,
community.
Tom Moon is up.
Do we have to update that?
They do not because they are given to the school first, and then, so they don't wanna say that they're gonna do something, and then they give, the schools, and then those trees are not gonna be at the bank. And then the story hour kids get trees too the following Monday.
Okay. Anything else for open floor?
Open floor? Yeah, when we got together here between 11:30 and noon, you mentioned a ticket, and I think we should act on that. The ticket, the idea about the ticket would be you would have a stack of these tickets that they would give out at the interpretive center, free ticket or free admittance to the library.
No,
You don't need to, the museum. You don't have to pay to go there. All it really is an advertisement to get people to come into town.
Come downtown.
So I think that's something Rhonda, can you go online, find something that looks like a ticket?
You just have to Dana first.
Yes, we probably should talk with Dana first.
I'll get to her and Dana, if that's okay. I'll give her a call and talk to her, and then
I don't wanna say that, they say they get their free ticket and then they find out the museum's free.
Doesn't matter.
Just to sit there instead of being a free admission, just have a ticket saying, these are the sites to see in Washburn. The museum, the ferry boat, the
you gotta look at it in a way of getting people to the museum and to downtown,
Even
right?
if you just say admission,
It's just
you
an
don't have to
admission
say
ticket.
free.
It's just an admission ticket. There's an admission ticket. It encourages them to go see your museum.
And then
Also, you don't have to have the word free.
if you make them as big as business cards, then people will put them in their wallet or in their purse.
Just a ticket. Just to get them to go. It doesn't have to be discouraging.
Yeah, I would say admission ticket,
Admission ticket.
and then if they say how much is the admission, it's free will, but at least oh, I have free admission, they'll in their mind, but then they'll.
Don't overthink it, man.
I'm not, but I don't wanna put the word, yeah.
Rhonda, don't overthink it. I'm saying, not to say the museum, just say visit downtown Washburn to get them to come to the fair.
People think they're getting something, they pay at the museum.
When you do that, we're missing the boat. We need to have
They get this admission ticket, they'll come down. If it's just, go through this.
It's all about an idea. And the idea is I have an admission ticket to someplace, I have a ticket to ride.
They'll be burning a hole in their pocket.
That's right, I have a ticket to ride.
Our company picnic last year, I think. I could just see where it is.
So just make sure Dana's on board for it.
I'll give her a call.
Whatever.
Yeah, then that'll bring them through. We can talk about it on Monday, I can bring that up. Okay.
All right, that's not annoying.
Perfect. Thank you, Richard. Is there a motion on the table for that?
I don't know.
I don't know, I just said I think we should move along with it. So if we need one,
I don't know.
I'll have to bring this.
it sounds like you're gonna talk about it on Monday.
I'll
And I'm hoping coming out of that,
Before
we'll
we,
have something.
before we put any money towards it, we'll have to get approval.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
in that case, I move that we approve some money to print these tickets up. Or do we need money, for that?
No, because
Well, then we don't need the approval.
they'll be printing them off the printers, right? I don't know, you need an actual ticket, it needs to look real. Put them on cardstock.
You just get heavier paper.
It needs to look like a ticket.
Yeah.
Like, here's your ticket.
Yeah, you just get heavier paper, that's all it is.
I don't think we need a budget for it.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, good. Alright, so,
I have one thing.
Yeah.
We had talked about this picnic. Do we wanna run with that? Do we wanna form a committee to pick a date and,
I like that, I think that can go in with the lights, maybe do like a nighttime if the lights come on, coffee, the days I got members.
Or could we do it during maybe if we did it during the work week during lunch where people could
or lunch one, yeah.
leave their work and come down and we could make it quick and then we could have, rather than, I think you'd have better attendance.
I think you would have better attendance too, because I could let my staff at the bank do half and half, get the carpool down for a month. I think that would be good.
Yeah, you wanna do a committee for it? Set it up soon though?
Can we set the committee here?
With Memorial Day and then River Road Day, I think we'll have to do something after.
Yeah,
But then I think we could talk to like the American Legion, they have a big grill, and maybe we could talk to them, they could grill some hamburgers.
I would volunteer to be on the committee.
I can be on that committee as well.
So, do we need to get a date through this meeting, or?
Sooner or later, we gotta get a date.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing is it's not a community picnic, it's members picnic, so, we aren't gonna advertise it or anything other than our 39 members.
Yeah.
The staff of the members is fine, but, we're not gonna have everybody in town coming to it.
Yeah. Okay, well, we'll get together on that.
Mark, did you wanna be on it too, since you're a food guy, or? Yeah, that's fine, okay,
So,
for the four of us.
should we come up with a budget up front,
Okay. As soon as we can sit down, what else needs to be?
so they don't have a question as to,
You wanna put a budget on it now?
and we don't
Do
have,
you wanna be on it and sit in?
that makes, they can move forward a lot faster if they know they have money.
How much,
Hard to say, I don't know how much.
$500, or
Yeah.
up to 500, or?
That's right,
You can buy a thing at Costco of pre-made burgers, and you just have to kinda.
Doesn't matter, the cabin might be able to get them.
Would we like to do it on the 10th? That would be our normal meeting day in June.
That's election day.
No, the next day is. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry, it's Tuesday. I was looking at on a Monday.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
I apologize.
It's July,
We're talking July.
Oh, okay, no, that's fine. I'm just,
and that would have been the ninth.
Well, let's have a committee meeting and we can pick it
Sure.
up, but I guess I would move that we have up to $500 to spend, and if
oh, yeah.
we decide that if we need more once we get planning, and we come back.
Second.
Donna first, with discussion. Is there discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any more open floor? We'll call this meeting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
Second that.
We adjourn at 4:54.